Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody.
What's that from?
Hello, everybody. That is from Hawkman episode 8, or issue 8, where... yes,
That was puppeting? It sounded just like me.
Hello, everybody.
And guess what? You know what we're here for.
For what? For what? For what? For what?
Oh, that's right. Yes, we're here to talk about Truth, Justice, and the American Way. Action Comics 775. You notice that we're missing a little bit of our original cast here, but we decided to bring in a foreign correspondent on this tonight.
What is up, people?
Yeah, semi-professional.
At least it's not like that time that Iraq decided that the Joker.
We can't talk about. We can't talk about that legally on air.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that is not a good thing to talk about. Yeah, we'll get sued. And also, I deny everything that happened. Did y'all hear that Coke call about Mountain Dew from Pepsi? The deal that happened a few months back.
No.
That explains why it tastes like Mellow Yellow. I said that on the Discord. Does anybody notice that the original can tastes, because can form always tastes better than the bottle for me. I've always been that way. And I bought a case recently. I'm like, looking at it, is it expired? It basically expires on September. So roughly 6 to 9 months is your typical range for your soda when it's released to the public. And it just tasted like a watered down yellow mellow. I was like, doesn't taste. I thought maybe I had COVID again. I was like, why does it taste off? I was scared because the last time I had COVID, it tasted kind of gross. So, if Coke is buying Pepsi, and I hope it's a rumor, man, because it's either that I bought a really bad batch and I'm gonna die from it.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to die from it, but
well,
I
haven't had the explosive stuff yet. But anyway, yeah. So for those who are just tuning in, we are talking about Action Comics 775. This is, man, probably one of the best single issue stories contained that I've read, Superman. And I don't say that lightly, because I've been reading a lot of the post-crisis stuff here too. Zach, give you a drink because we sing a lot. Yeah, so this is basically, for those who don't know what this book is, this is basically Superman versus the Elite. Or, in comic book terms, Superman versus the Authority. And after reading books like that, I read through Planetary, we talked about that offline with Ash and on comics, Skip and Tosh, and a few other people there too. It just, you could see like some of the, when it gets to like, well, when we actually show the comic later, because right now Pixel's a little busy, stuff. He's looking at Asian ladies online.
I only look at one.
Only at a time.
Watch out for those Adam's apples.
It's a trap.
He's not going to Thailand. He's going to the other place. Okay?
I'm that's right. I'm not England team.
He's gonna be visiting Wes come around June. Even a little area over there.
We'll give him a hug for all of you.
The Philippines?
I'll walk up to him.
Yep,
He'll
yep.
say, who the fuck are you? Then I'll hug him.
I'm the damn Kiki Puppet Show host.
I am the Kiki Puppet Show.
I'm the puppet master.
Yeah, I would. That buy still stands.
Yeah, so Wes from Thinking Critical lives in the Philippines. I'm not sure which part, but it can't be too big of an area for country, right? It's just like, isn't like the worst parts growing as the good parts getting narrower and narrower in the country?
It's actually just a bunch of islands, so.
Oh, he'll be fine then. He's on one of the islands. He'll be fine. Just show up with Puppetine. Puppetine's on vacation. I literally, if we can broadcast, you're in, dude. I'll do one. Like if it's, I'll stay up. We'll stream live from the Philippines during a hurricane.
During a hurricane.
Remember to take up volleyball in case you're the only one there.
What?
Wilson, come back.
Oh,
Wilson. You said you're gonna be on an island.
Why the hell did I? So for like, I've been saying a joke because I work at a grocery store, so I'm bringing up groceries all day, and whenever I get a coconut, that's what I've been saying. Wilson. Nobody gets it.
Because Wilson's a volleyball.
I had one person get it. One person got it and thought it was funny, but I guess they too forgot that apparently Wilson is not a
Did they
coconut.
treat you nice over there? Because they think you're a little 8 seconds delayed.
Ha 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 ha. No, they treat me nice because I bust my ass.
Wow, that's under the bridge. We're not talking.
Yeah, stupid.
Oh yeah.
Can we talk? Can we go ahead and get into the proper introduction now?
When we get to the book, whenever you're ready, princess. Okay.
Get ready, princess. Well, excuse
Luigi, come
me,
on.
princess.
It's pretty much. Yes. Later on tonight, we'll be doing after the readings. There will be a Super Mario Brothers spoiler review.
All the spoilers.
Spoiler. We're gonna be spoiled things. And
We've been spoiled by getting to see this movie.
Definitely. For those who basically won't see it because Seth Rogen's in there, you're missing out because Seth Rogen was actually early Seth Rogen's, not today's Seth Rogen's. The way they basically would not let him ad-lib anything in there at all.
I will say his laugh was getting on my nerves.
I've streamed with Zach. I feel your pain.
At least Zach knows how he is supposed to sound.
Does he know?
Does he know?
I don't
Okay,
know.
I've been thinking about it. I don't know if he knows.
I don't know, but what's going on, Jay? And what's going on, Jughead? On hello, say hello to the two other people watching this. Because I'm watching the truth through Twitch, which we are live streaming on Twitch now and YouTube. So if you are a person watching at Twitch, I would recommend you go check out our stuff over on YouTube as well. YouTube is pretty much, we got all the backlog. Because Twitch doesn't really keep a log at all. It kind of deletes after a while.
Yeah, well, yeah, they go ahead and see. That's the thing about Twitch. It's not I'm not anti-Twitch, but Twitch is anti-us.
Storage, yeah. Well, I was gonna say between Twitch, the perks of Twitch is basically not holding on to all your past videos. It doesn't slow down the server. I can only imagine how much they have to keep
YouTube
servers. Yeah, for YouTube.
Well, they own everything, so it's probably not.
I mean, if you've been on the server for like since 2016 or even before that, 2006, 2008.
So PewDiePie has basically taken up all the space, and we should kill him.
Well, it's funny as you mentioned him. He's actually streaming 24/7 over on Twitch.
Wow, what? 24/7?
Yeah. It's older stuff. It's being uploaded, but it's pre-recorded. But it's not, it's still live though. It's like basically you can click on the Home Shopping Network, and it's always going to be something on. It might repeat stuff, but anyway.
Okay.
All right. Action.
I'm almost done. I swear.
Printing will be available on Isle of Comics tomorrow. Nice. Dude, like I said, I might have to be buying a book for my first time from the auction. So well. But all right. I promise we'll get to this book eventually. We're just waiting on Luigi to hurry up.
Who are you calling Luigi? I'm a Mario, son of a bitch.
Hurry up! Earthquake.
I'm a Mario.
Yeah, yes. That's his leg shaking. He's nervous.
Oh, well, no, it's because my editing, what I do is
tapping. Oh yeah, that's right. You have a MacBook, so you just tap everything.
It's a touch screen. But it's not a MacBook. It's a Pixelbook.
For people who like to touch. MacBook.
For people who likes to touch. That's right. That's definitely what it is.
Yes. Can everybody guess what store he works at? There's a P on his shoulder. I'm not sure what it is though. It's a.
Please don't expose me. I don't want to get fired.
I'm not to expose
Hey,
you.
if you
What? I want to know what you were going to say, you stupid feline. No.
Hey,
I'm kidding.
Evil Black Cat, you're gonna like you'll like the Super Mario Brothers movie because there's a cat scene in there and the cat kicks ass.
But there's a dog scene as well.
Get the dog.
That's for Rob.
Yes, I hate dogs. The dog proves to be the jerk in this, when the cat's the hero in the movie.
The cat. Oh my gosh! I just remembered what you're talking about now. Oh my god, that's great.
Trojer. It's not. No, it's not Wawa because Wawa has. Yeah, that's word it's called.
It's called Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
I think now you exposed yourself on camera. You sick bastard.
wouldn't be the first time.
When you, yeah, I only expose myself when I'm drinking Dunkin'. Got to have that sweet, sugary taste in my mouth.
You know, America runs on Dunkin'.
Yes.
I've been told that.
It's because you're fat bastards. The donuts.
That's a way to put it.
All right. Are you almost done?
Yes, give me just 2 more seconds. I'm just putting the logo on this thing.
11 minutes in, we haven't been able to show you the book, but
well, you could go ahead and
Cat.
give us the little thing about the book.
Superman versus the Elites. I gotta say, I like it just as much as I like the DC animated movie. I think they did a pretty well job for changing. They changed a few things, but overall, yeah, as I said, it says quickly became one of my favorite books. You know, like my first time reading this. I don't know if any of you guys in the chat have actually read this before, and what your thoughts on this. But I mean, definitely a fun book to read, especially with friends. I eventually want to read it with you guys on here. But
all right, I'm going to get the book up now.
Dunking was only in New England. Well, in the 1800s probably, or 1700s probably. It did Dunking, yes, in New England. Just not at donuts.
Dunking, where shopping is a pleasure. No, sorry. The brainwashing. No. Jeez.
The washing of the brain.
I'm in real trouble. Jeez. I'm kidding.
We are the most professional channel there is out here. I love comics. It's more set up than we are.
Listen, I am simply saying that crap. You dumbass.
Or insulting people.
No, this.
For those of you who watch this on the replay, I'm gonna cut out the big first section of this and just skip right to the book.
No, what happened was because I read it before. Okay.
All right.
So doing that, reading it, that's fine. What's not fine is it decided that means I want to see the next issue, even though I went back into the early part of the book. So that way it would save to the front.
All right. Evil Black Cat. This obviously isn't the first read for you.
No, this is the first time I read that.
Really?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the book as we stall?
I really liked it. It's one of Superman. The ending, of course, is one of the speech Superman gives is one of his more iconic modern speeches, which is the "Dreams save us" and that spiel. If I could read it out, if someone had the image.
You really are an evil black cat.
Unfortunately, due to technical difficulties, I can't right now. Yeah,
the speech he gives at the end, and basically he says it's kind of frightening, when people give into anger, and I started acting, because he started acting like they were, like basically like the elite was. There it goes, and then it crashes.
Don't you jinx it. Ta-da!
There you go. Doug Mahnke on there, and on the art interior. Joe Kelly writing this, and Lee Bermejo, I think it is.
Lee Bermejo.
yeah, was also doing art too as well, and you could tell when he takes over because dang, does it get better. I like Doug, but I mean, like, he draws Clark a little weird for me, but
Yeah, I agree. And as we go through the book, where we're going to see that the eyes popping out of the skull. Oh.
So basically, Superman starts out Superman basically going here, and he hears something. There's a giant monkey with a gun that was attacking a city, but something happened. Somebody destroyed it, and it fell over and just basically destroyed the city.
Monkey with the gun!
It's King Kong, and something destroyed him. They don't know what yet, but people are just like, where is, basically lost a life. It's so devastating because this is one of the things that Clark has mentioned before in some of the comic books. It's as far as being there, constantly wanting to be there and save everyone, but he can't because, he's, even he has his limits.
But he tries his damnness.
Right.
And what we get to see here with the little scene with the Daily Bugle offices where they're saying, this isn't right. This just isn't okay. And you have to deal with Clark as he's on the scene. And he's seen as, this is the first sign that people are agreeing. Lex Luthor even, he just doesn't care. That's what I love about this scene. You have Amanda Waller right there, or maybe Amanda Waller's wannabe. I think, no, that's Wawa.
Yeah, Amanda Waller being in this was a shock because she wasn't in. I watched the animated movie first, so my first time reading this, and I seen Amanda Wawa in this. No, it was pretty cool. And then she's kind of like submissive towards Lex.
She's got a thing for bald men.
At this point, Lex is the president of the United States, so.
Oh, he's the president. Okay.
Yeah. That's why it wasn't in the movie, because the movie couldn't tie into the entire comic book universe, and this is about the time where Lex Luthor is president.
Yep. And when you get to see as Superman is taken down, he's on a mission. He's going to go ahead. He's going to face the problem in Tokyo.
Yeah.
And then it becomes the boys.
This was like, and that's the thing too, as I said, it was pretty adult as for this, and just seeing, I'm like, okay, who are these people here? And then I see behind her, the girl flying behind her, it's basically the elites taking him out, killing him. By the time Superman gets there, he can't do anything because they altered something, or either they affected the air quality around him, or they psychically attacked him because he couldn't do anything. Basically made him look like a chump. The guy with the hats, I forgot what his name is in this, but he
I think
basically,
his name is the Hat.
Yeah, because as I say, he's got his weird or interesting power. Basically, anything in his hat can he can pull out his virus. It's basically like barf.
Barf without the hat.
Yeah.
And yeah, basically they showboat Manchester Black, who is their leader. The rest, they don't matter. They don't really matter. It's just about Manchester Black saying, "Oi." No, I can't say that. This isn't the boys. Even though that's basically what. When did the boys come out? Can you tell me that?
The boys came out in 2006, 2008, somewhere around there.
Really?
But Authority was out in the 90s.
Okay.
Late 90s, Authorities, and then you had those Warren Ellis stuff. And as I said, when you start seeing here in the ship, they're teleported into the ship. What did they call the ship again? They go by. Hey, I was going to point something else. Don't click until I said they click.
Don't
do what I say, bitch.
The ship is called Bunny.
Bunny, that's what it is. Yeah, it's Bunny. Yes.
Bunny.
It's a sentient ship, and it has the power to teleport them wherever they want to. Basically, they basically talk down and show they show about talk down. It's like, you're old news. This is you're either with us or you're against us, pretty much. Because all you do is let the guys come out. They go and rest them, and they come back out. Now the bottom part, you quit.
What you were talking about is on the next page.
No, it's right at the bottom. The Sword and the Stone. I was going to talk about that.
Oh.
I said there's a lot of references to different things, books here, kind of like Planetary in a sense. I like the Sword and the Stone right there. And then we got like a unicorn right there, and like I said, it's little trophies. And I know there's probably subtle references to some others, maybe some other things in history, but
That's
I
a
thought that was
Pegasus,
kind of cool.
not a unicorn.
Sorry, Pegasus.
Yes, it is a Pegasus.
You
You gotta understand, the Pegasus is everything that the unicorn is not.
The
He likes to
unicorn
peg.
is a lot more hornier.
Yeah, but the Pegasaurus pegs.
That's right. They
A Pegasaurus.
Pegasaurus.
Get it? So yeah. So basically, they show about on the next page, and then we go to you can click now.
Oh, now
Go to
I
the
can click. Now I
Go to
can
the
move.
next page.
Yeah, like I said, the fact. Look at someone smoking in a comic book. When's the last time you saw that?
Well, that's that excites Rob, I guess. But I'm surprised that the boys came out after this. That's the
boys never came out.
Because this feels like a direct response to that.
Well, the Authority was kind of like, in a sense, like the boys a little bit, not as vulgar, but it was there. It was Wildstorm stuff. These are Wildstorm characters being brought over from DC. And
Wildstorm is DC by this point.
Yeah, it is now. Yeah, this is 2001, and this is basically kind of like Wildstorm and a little bit of Vertical mix in it too. As far as they were allowed to be a little bit more edgy. I said it wasn't to 2015, I think was it? Yeah, when they when did they start getting really really bad in DC? I thought it was like, was it 18? It wasn't 2000. I thought it was earlier because I thought they were doing the same time as Marvel.
Which part?
For DC, as far as going into the agenda mode and all that stuff.
The agenda mode was 2019, 2020.
Oh, was it really that late? I keep thinking it was right after Rebirth.
No, some of them went to agenda mode. Not all of them. They went full on agenda since 2021.
Wow, took them that long.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway.
For what? For what?
Why? Why is there a soundboard? Where is the soundboard?
if you're just joining us,
Hello, everybody.
yeah, you can go to the next page. Basically, Superman, it's all he's doing is telling them that basically it's like, you guys cannot do this. You are not judge and jury. Who are you to decide? And then they kind of just shrug him off, and then he's teleported in the middle of, like, I guess nowhere.
Fat House, used cars and trucks. We have a super sale.
I guess Fat Al's a Superman fan. Is that him on the left?
I like him in the movie when he shows up. Fat Al is like, "Hey, if this is a problem, I can give you 10% of the profits."
Right.
But this is really one of the highlights.
Is it
Paul Kent talking with Clark to have this moment to basically say, "Hey, listen, you know what, you know the right thing, you know the wrong thing, and at the end of the day, you can beat them if it comes to that, can't you?" And Clark doesn't actually know.
That's the thing, and it's just keeping up with Post Crisis too. They were kind of towards the end of it, going into New 52 was pretty much well, I'd say it's halfway mark. Johns came in and started around 2006, and that's when they basically changed Superman again.
That had more to do with the Donner cut and the Superman Returns with the guy that plays Adam. What's his face?
You're talking about Mr. Ray Palmer, Mr.
Brandon Routh.
Yeah, like I said, they this is
they wanted to have some more synergy with the movie, so they brought back the pre-crisis stuff.
Yeah, and that kind of ruined it for me. I like this. I like him. Anytime you get him, basically being human, having doubts, going to talk to his father. Where pre-crisis, I don't remember him having ever had to go consult his parents all the time.
No, pre-crisis. By the time he was Superman, Mahnke were dead. I think John Burns brought them back, and
Do you say John Breen?
John Breen.
John Byrne.
Eric Breen's brother, John.
Yeah.
He sounds just like him, except he won't play women in comic book readings.
No.
He
Or
won't
dress
be-
up as one.
And that's the one thing I liked about Byrne's Superman. He brought back the Kents, and basically, if you watch the Dean Cain Superman show, where he basically confronted his, when he had problems, he'd call up his parents, and they'd always consult him. I like that in the comic books too. I like the fact, that it just made him more grounded, more human, because him being perfect gets boring.
And that stayed like that until the New 52, and then until John brought them back in Doomsday Clock.
Yeah. So now we hear the panel here. Basically, a lot of people just talking about debate. Should we be like Superman, or should we just basically
The Joker had diplomatic immunity. We can talk about that.
No, we can't.
No. So they're all debating. It's like, who's right, the Elite or Superman? Even though the kid is like, it's not fair. He's like, I'm Superman. I can't kill. It's like
Later for you guys. I'm going home.
But you said you wanted to be Superman.
That's why I call you Superman. Not it.
Yeah, I love the fact that he's like he's responsible because he says I can't kill. He's like you can't, so let us kill you and you can be someone else. And then he's like, okay.
Well,
Superman is having a bad day. Everyone's basically listening in. That's the one thing about the worst things about having a superhero.
But it has a good set of demographics. If you think about it, look, you have the workers right there, construction workers. You have the two middle-aged women walking their dogs.
Her last one's got eaten by Harley's hyenas, or that you said, yeah.
Eaten by the Joker. But then you have college kids, and finally, little kids. You have a widespread in what they're thinking, and they're debating it themselves. What is good here? What is they aren't doing things the right way. But look at what the villains are doing. It needs to be done.
It's the whole debate. Should Batman kill the Joker?
No. And then we cut to
realistically, though,
the Men in Black.
Realistically, Joker would be shot and killed.
I mean, yeah. Eventually.
And then the cops would be blamed for killing him.
I mean, realistically, men wearing red underwear on the outside of their clothes don't fly. Unless they're flying to go ahead.
Because they got bad fashion sense?
They don't look fly. That's it.
So,
but yeah.
Basically, Superman, another here is fighting against more. It looks like more, honestly, not inner gang, but it's basically some more people, more bad guys. They're not really important to the story. It's
a set of aliens that have basically seemingly like brainwashed these two DEO agents that are working with them. The Men in Black. Yes. That's exactly what it looks like. But what Superman is doing, Superman basically has a tidal wave, freezes it over them to go ahead and lock them up for right now. And he's saying, look, guys, this is what you can do. He's trying to show them the better way. And then you have Manchester Black saying, you're stupid.
And what happens now, sweetheart? It's like, He's like, Superman's like, first get the jail out here, down here to detain the aliens, then we question them. He's like these blokes are run a triple black. Basically, he shows them up. He's like, I already know who they are. We don't need to interrogate them. They're scrum criminal. And and Superman's like, how do you know this? He's like, you thinking Pam bonded herself to an alien warrior, with a hot glue gun?
Yeah.
Yes,
Basically saying because they're merged. She
Yeah.
has the database, and this is her pretty much her one of her 2 lines. T. And basically the guy with the hat is going to kill him.
Yeah.
And what Superman does is say no, and he like pushes him out of the way.
All the cameras see this, and they see him strike that, so they basically make him look like a chump. They say he struck them, to make him look even more like a villain. Basically they're trying to sway the public against. Yeah, and
they want a reason to go ahead and kill Superman.
So basically, they said we're gonna basically facing up against you tomorrow, and it's gonna showdown between him and the Elite. Superman, basically Clark goes back home. There's a battle with Lois, and he wants to know if I'm doing the right thing. And just basically she doesn't want him to maybe they're right. And just basically they have a heart to heart. Basically you would see a normal happy couple But basically, like what Mary Jane Watson Parker used to do with her husband and console him.
That's another conversation.
It'll always be the main conversation. I'll never let it go, Pixel. Never let it go. Yeah. So basically, she talks some sense to that, and they basically cuddle, and that's it. He goes back, and then the next page, he leaves her a note. We don't know. We never get to know what was written in the note. All we know is I basically went to go confront them. Yeah.
Yep. Early in the morning, and then they have the whole.
Now this right here, how they shows the world like that. That reminds me of Planet. Have you guys ever read Planetary? The art in this, it's just awesome. I love the color palette and stuff. Now I want to think that's Lee Bermejo doing some of this. I'm not sure if this is actually what's the other guy? Doug Mahnke. Could be a little bit. It's hard to tell because
this looks more like Mahnke.
You think it's Mahnke? Okay.
Yeah.
Is it Mahnke or Monkey?
It's Mahnke or Monkey.
Mankey. I don't know. Yeah. We call him DM.
DM.
I call him D for short.
Not to be confused with Doug Munch.
Yeah, Doug
Munch.
And basically, Superman says we can't do this here, and they go to the first place that the Elite basically went ahead and they had their first mission, and then they try to beat the shit out of Superman.
And Superman, they think they dropped him, and they here's you basically cutting off the oxygen to his brain, or and then he basically gets attacked more and shock him, and then this is where that's probably the best part of the book for me is he's left him, and then he hears something. He's like, I finally see it now.
I really get it. Thank you.
This is creep. This is the most creepy thing. And now, see, this is how you do it. You don't need to do Injustice Superman. This shows you right here. You don't need Injustice Superman. Just showing that
scared the shit out of you from Superman.
Pretty much. Certainly, because the whole thought is that if he ever went rogue, he'd be unstoppable. And basically, he picks them off one by one, and it goes and Manchester is just freaking out. They're all freaking out because he's like, Manchester Black becomes the last one, after all this, and he's like, you just killed my team. And I look at Superman's face. How does it feel knowing that everything you thought you had has been taken away, take away from you? How does it feel to have the page skipped ahead while you're reading? How does it feel?
No, and it looks like Manchester Black's going to power up, and Superman says no, and he says that when his eyes light up from using his heat vision, I'm not aiming at your face, and then
And then he smiles. It's like this. He's right there. That is creepy Superman right there. Yeah, it is. It's like, what happened? He's like, oh, yep, you're not dying. I'm not thinking. He's like, oh, eyes, I just lobotomized you. Found the
Look at my face. Why would you do this?
You're Superman. You don't do this. And like he just reveals it. He's like, I love what he says right here. He's like, I gotta large it up because I can't see them.
Which part? Down here?
The middle part. As I said, they didn't see it, didn't they? They saw all the ugliness, the anger, and I bet it frightened them. It frightened me when I decided to cross the line, do what you do. I was terrified. Thought it would be tough. And he says, like, but you know what? Anger is easy. Hate is easy. Vengeance and spite are easy. It's lucky for you, and for me, I don't like my heroes ugly and mean. Just don't believe in it. Like I said, I just love this. He's like, "What do you mean? You killed my team?" He's like, "Oh, Chester, come on now. I thought you're leader. You're supposed to be
sharp one.
Yeah, sharp one. I could say it.
Because he's a leader himself.
Yeah. And he says, "Look, your team's right there, fine." And he's like, and for you, all I do is pop you with the equivalent of a focus concussion, but by the time your powers come back, you'll be so hopped up on side dampers, you won't be able to do a card trick. And he's like, I just love
You should have killed me.
As long as my heart beats in my chest, I'll come after you, you Ponzi twit. Well, that's a lie, because the last one we saw him was Superman and the Authority 2 years ago after Future State. He put a team together with them.
But yeah, you gotta love.
He was also there in the ending battle, and he was there for what was that book called? He was there in the Peter Tomasi Superman book.
Oh, so they did bring him back, because the last time I remember me had mentioned was they brought back the Authority. I was like, what? That's not the Authority.
No, his next time is in the ending battle. It's a crossover with all the Superman ongoing titles at that time. I think there were 4 of them, or 3 of them. So he was in an 8-part ending story called Ending Battle.
Because I do like Manchester Black and all. I'm just being the kind of angry. I don't know. It's like I feel like I can't have my John Constantine Hellblazer. Give me a freaking proper Manchester Black and just being a dick and just doing what he wants to do. But yeah. So basically, I love this. This is one of those epically cool, moralistic stories.
What's so funny about Truth, Justice, and the American Way? Nothing. There's nothing funny about it because it is Superman. That is Superman. And this book encapsulates it so brilliantly.
Yeah. Look at all the inkers, man. It's like 6 of them.
That's a lot of inkers.
I know.
What were they all busy? And I can only do 1 page, guys.
Maybe they're this is their Stormbreakers. They're the ones they're introducing to the crowd. These are the ones who are going to work on more stuff.
Tom, you didn't ink it properly. Get Dexter on this. This is Jim. Dexter didn't finish the job. I will help.
Honestly, I think this is what they used to do before they start doing the DC 100s, where they have all the new writers just pop up and do a story. They have the inkers or some of the artists come on and start doing some of the art. In between.
And yeah, that's fine. But I think that the book, you're right about some of the art, Bankman. I think some of the art is kind of funny, in a not very funny way. But
what's so funny?
Ha 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 ha. But what really is, I think the writing in this is brilliant. I think the story in it is brilliant, and it's perfect for Superman. And James Gunn, who definitely does not watch this channel, he needs to take note.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
For what? For what?
What?
Superman. What?
I didn't hear that.
Oh. Because you were speaking. Like I said, it's perfect for what? For what? Yeah, like I said, this is a one-shot story. And I gotta say, man, I really enjoy this. It's Evil Black Kite, and behind the scenes, we're trying to go over this one page or one self-contained stories. As far as
Where the hell is Breen? Because it's time to say the same thing that I always say. The fact that you are able to tell your story completely in this one issue is exactly how you should be able to do it. You don't get that done well these days.
Well, that's not what he says. He says this.
Monologue time.
The word cut out. The first word.
I know it does that. It's because I'm running through StreamYard thing here, though.
Yeah,
I thought what he said was, if you had
time.
Maybe it plays better for you on that. Yeah. Internet sucks. Anyway.
Anyway.
Right, Breen. Yeah.
This is great. This is a great issue. It really is. And it really does it gets its message across. And you wouldn't see this message done 23 years later.
Like I said, there's no reason to have an Injustice Superman. Oh, it's Elseworld, but I'm just sick of that. I'm sick of the evil Superman. We don't need to bring him back. We had Ultraman. There was no reason for Injustice. Like whatever, it's like it's cool for a video game.
Injustice, the game wise, it was just an opportunity to get every superhero to beat each other up.
Exactly. It was basically DC Civil War.
Yeah. And it wasn't supposed to be Civil War. It was just supposed to be it was kind of Civil War, but the main crux of the story is you get each character to beat up each other character, and that's why you had the multiverse thing, because then you could get Superman to beat up Superman.
Making Hal Jordan a Yellow Lantern, it's stupid. It would never happen. Anyway,
but it did happen in the comics, so I can forgive that.
Yeah. But regardless, though, this whole issue is just awesome. It's Superman. We always compare Superman to Batman. Batman to me has always been the cooler one because he's the darkest, more gritty. Once he wants to scare as a crap. Superman pulling a Batman move here. And did just outsmarting them. It's like holy shit, he just killed like a bunch of people. In the movie, he basically has he fights in the city instead of taking it out to another place. That was different, which I didn't mind because I think it actually worked a little better. And he still had his robots from it, basically his droids, his Superman droids, and then saved a lot of people, and also helped save the other guy's crew, as far as the rest of the elites. He just made it seem like, that he killed them. And like, regardless of which version you like better, the comic or the movie, it's still one of the best Superman books out there. Probably in the, I want to say past 30 years, maybe. There's a lot. But it's getting fewer and fewer though as we get further into the future here. Hopefully, we get some more writers come back and actually being able to write some good stuff. But overall, as I said, this is a book. I don't really read a lot of Joe Kelly stuff, so somebody said he's an underrated writer. I'll have to check out some more of his stuff. But I've always been a Kelly Puckett guy when it comes to like the cartoon adaptation stuff. And this kind of reminds me of like almost what he's written. It's almost written like he was for those who were fans of the 90s Superman cartoon. Yes.
I am glad that we decided to read this. I was initially worried that I wouldn't be able to, but I'm glad that we got to it.
I'm glad that you're alive. We haven't heard you in 3 days.
It's been busy over at Publix where shopping is a pleasure.
What's going on, Ash? Happy Good Friday. Like I said, if you guys haven't checked this out, check out this book, man. Pick it up. Definitely a book you should have. Whether you're a Superman fan or not, this is a good book, good story. And I recognize that. And you should have it. Definitely gonna go. I'm gonna go see if I can find a copy of this. Hopefully, it's not too expensive. That's the problem I run into when I want to go. I discover a book. Oh, it's really great, and then it's like, that's $20, and I'm like, okay, well, I want to get this one too. That's $20 too. What about this one? That's 40. I'm like, we always talk about this, like, like, well, get the original. You can find it for $1 if you can find it, though. I can never find the book, so I end up getting like I got the Bane book this week, the Vengeance of Bane issue 1, the 64-page one shot, we call it over. It was $7 with the ads included and everything. The original is like over $50 or more, I think. Like I said, I can justify paying a little bit more for a reprint of something that I'll never be able to afford or find, But overall, like I said, checked out this series. Go check out the Even movie and let us know in the comments down below. Do you like this version or do you prefer the animated movie?
I never saw the animated movie.
You definitely need to get on that Superman versus the Elites.
Okay, Dave, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but it's not my Publix. It's not my problem.
Ugh, hoagie sounds like a loogie to me. No, thanks. Too close.
You don't know what a hoagie is?
Sounds like hacking up a hoagie.
It's basically just a sub.
They call it a sub.
But hoagie's a fun way to say it.
No, homagi's a fun way to say it.
Homagi? What?
Yeah, when you're saying homage, Zach and I, we say homagi.
Homage?
Yeah. Homage.
Can we end this?
Yes, we can end it anytime.
All right, let's go ahead.
We'll be going live the next 12 minutes. For
no more than 12 minutes.
Well,
it's 8:15.
It's 6:48 here.
But no, I have it set for 8:15 my time.
Oh, well, okay.
It's okay.
We got 3 more.
We have to wrangle everybody up and then tie them down into their chairs because otherwise, why would they appear on this channel?
They should have been here already. No excuse.
Sure, Zach. Sure.
Zach.
Oh, man.
Zach didn't want to show up because
the lady of the night. Yes, Rhaegar.
Zach, we all know the reason you didn't show up tonight. Last minute, he realized there's a black guy in this issue. He's like, I can't do it.
I was going to say it was because of Manchester Black, but
well, he was scared of that too.
It's okay. It's okay, Zach. He's white.
Yeah, we were joking about it. It's like, is that going to show up for like every single thing tonight? Like, we got 2 readings, plus we got a Super Mario Brothers review later on tonight, plus this. And then, of course, Zach's like, I can't make it tonight, guys. I was like, of course, Zach.
Just for the retrospective, right?
I was stuck at the mall. My ride wanted to get chicken wings at the mall. Then you take the car and you leave them there.
Okay.
Right?
I'm going to send the link now, and we're going to leave.
All right.
And then next time you see me, you'll see a puppet.
Next time you see him, you'll see
the Muppet.
Next time you see
Am
Pixel,
I a man?
The next time you see Pixel, you'll see a human. Because right now he is a Muppet. He works at Publix.
Where shopping is a pleasure.
Anyway, so
Is it though?
like I was trying to say, in the next couple minutes, you're going to see us going for Fantastic Four. And then we have another reading after that.
Is it a pleasure? I don't know.
Yeah, and why are you trying to steal Puppeting's fame?
Puppeting has fame?
Good night, everybody.
For what? For what?
I'm ending
For the
this.
stuff he does under the bridge?
Bye.